So I'm over at the development studio for Applied Artworks. And I'm working with Sean. This is his main design studio. And right next door is where the CNC wood router is. Sean is finishing up the cam portion of the cutting out our OSB for the plates to hold the tracker feet bolt holes. Does that make any sense? So the U-joint, the U-bolts that are made out of all thread are going to go through these parts, and then when we pour the concrete, they're going to hold the bolts in place. So here's our U-bolt that Bill and Nick bent up on the mandrel last Friday. And here's a hole pattern for the template. We're checking these out. So it looks like, if I get it in the right hole, here we go. This one matches up fine. And this guy over here matches fine. This is going to come in handy on Wednesday morning when we're pouring. And we don't have to kind of flex these things, because at 5/8 this thing doesn't have much flex in it, but this whole pattern here is right on the money, as we would expect from this fine machine we have here. Well, our pieces look great. Here's our 28-inch piece by 12 inches. It's got our hole pattern in the center. We got some alignment holes out on the edge. It's a little cold here in the shop today, so Sean came over and clicked on this fan, or this heater, and when he did that, he blew the breaker and he knocked the CNC machine offline. So we didn't quite get this last one cut out before we went down, which is fine. It's actually good, because this isn't really that critical a part, and this is actually cheap material. So what we're going to try to do is, well, for one, we're not going to turn the heater back on when we run this last part, but somehow over here we need to reestablish the machine 0, because what we did was we kind of eyed it. We stuck it kind of right in here somewhere, and then the CNC file, the NC file, was actually, this is about 2 inches offset from there. So we got to figure out how to get it back on 0, and then we're going to run the program again for just this one last border cut, and we'll get this last one cut out. It's all good. We didn't ruin anything expensive, and we're still blowing and going.